Hello everybody and welcome to Sin City Living. My name is Jason. I'll be bringing you today's episode. Now, most of the updates and things for the channel we're putting at the end of each video so that people can skip right through it, skip right to it and hear about it, or just not watch that portion at all. But a couple things that I do want to bring up real fast, doing a couple of small changes to what we're doing here. Kind of going back to the roots, going back to the basics. And what we're going to do is we're going to go back to the strategies. And please email us any strategies you would like us to shoot videos on, even if it's ones we've already done in the past, over the past year and a half. I can't go through all of our videos and dredge up all of the strategies so I can remember them all. So please, please, please email them to us. And this is how I'm going to do it. Each one is going to be a series of videos. I'm going to do the initial video where I will present the strategy, go over it, analyze it, talk a little bit about the strategy, some of its strengths, some of its weaknesses. And then I will shoot another video or a series of videos. It's going to be 2 or 3 videos of how it stacks up on the statistical likelihood rolls. 15 rolls without a 7, 30 rolls without a 7, 45, and 60. How it would stack up on basically 10 minute to hour and a half long rolls. And that will be split up into 2, sometimes maybe 3 videos, depending on how long it takes. And then after that, I will shoot another video where we will do that particular strategy under some live rolls. Now, the live roll strategies, the live roll videos, those are going to be going on the patron site for our patrons. But the other 3 to 4 videos will be on our regular YouTube channel. After that, I'm going to stitch all of them together, except for the live roll, but I'll stitch all the rest of them together into one long video for our daily premiere, where everyone is able to chat with each other and amongst themselves. Hasn't quite gone the way I was hoping it would go, but one unexpected bonus to it is that I have noticed that there's been a lot of chat going on between the fans. So I'd like to continue that, keep that going. So we'll continue doing these premiere videos so that everybody can chat with each other. And I go through the chats and get ideas for videos and stuff like that, because while I'm doing these strategy series, I'm still going to have the other videos in between, plus crossfires and stuff like that when I can get Louie. Thank you, by the way, to West and I believe it was East Coast Craps for the support on today's premiere. We really, really appreciate that. It's going to be very helpful for us to continue growing the channel. And thank you also to everybody for the coffees. Very appreciated. Very, very appreciated. I am living on coffee right now. With all of that being said, sorry for how long it took, we're going to go ahead and jump into today's video. So for today's video, we are continuing on with our examination of the Iron Cross on the statistical likelihood rolls. We already did 15 rolls without a 7 and 30 rolls without a 7, so now we're moving on to 45 rolls without a 7. At this point, we are looking at a hand that is probably between 45 minutes to an hour and 10 minutes or so, depending on a variety of factors on the table. I know that sounds like a long time for not a lot of rolls, but again, remember, world record roll averaged about an hour and a half per 50 rolls. So there you go. So we're starting out with the money they've already won up to their 30 rolls. Now we're going to do the next 15 rolls. So we're going to start with the 2. The 2 is not going to roll because statistically, in this second batch of 30 rolls, it's only going to roll a half a time. So we'll do 0 for the 2 and once for the 12 because the 12 pays better. So just to make it a little bit better for these. So the 2 will not roll. So the 3 is going to roll once, which means this player is going to make $10. And the other player is going to make $11 because of their horn high 12. Moving on to the 4, under this scenario, the 4 is going to roll twice, whereas the 10 is only going to roll once. So the 4 is going to roll 2 times. This player is going to get paid $10 twice, so that we'll give him 25 for 5. Now, this player is going to throw in $6. Why $6? Because $1 for the VIG, and they press up and collect the other one, and then $5 for the horn high 12 to keep it up. Now the second time it rolls, they're going to throw in $7. Again, why 7? $2 vig. This time they're going to press it up again and bring their horn high 12 back. So the 4 is now complete for both of these players. Moving on to the 5. 5 is going to roll 2 times, which means this player right here is going to make $11 twice. That's $22 total, so 25 for 3. They are done. This player is going to get paid $70, press it up 25, bring back the horn high 12, bank the rest. That's the first time. Now the second time, they're going to get paid $105, bring back their horn high 12, press up to 1 1/4, so they're mid-pressing, collect the rest. 5 is done. Let's move on to the 6. The 6 is going to roll 2 more times, because in this scenario, the second batch of 15, these are going to roll 2.5 times each. So we'll do 2 and we'll do 3. So the 6 is going to roll 2 times. That means this player is going to make $11 twice. So we're going to pay him $27 for 5. Now this player is going to get paid $105. They're going to bring back their horn high 12. They're in a mid-press scenario. Some people will go to 120. I would go to 150. Still in mid-press. They are still collecting. Now, the next time it rolls, they're going to get paid $175. A couple different ways that this could go. Some players would, like me, would immediately jump at this point to a full press. But since we're doing a mid-press, I'm going to stick with the mid-press. So they're going to get paid $175, okay? They're going to throw in 3 reds. First red keeps up their horn high 12. And the second red goes towards bringing their 6 up to 210. From 150 to 210. They pressed it $60. So now we move on to the 8. So the 8 is going to roll 3 more times, which means this player is going to get paid $11 3 times for a total of $33. We're going to go ahead and give him $35 for 2. I forgot to lock that up. And they are complete. This player is going to get paid their $105. They'll win the 5 for their horn high 12. Go up to 150, collect the rest. The next time it hits, they're going to throw in their 15, 5 for their horn high 12, go to 210, collect the rest. Now the third time it hits, this pays $245, okay? We're going to pay it $250 for 5. Go to 300. Bring the horn high 12 back. Collect the rest. 8 is now complete. So we move on to the 9. The 9 is going to roll 2 additional times, which means that this player is going to make $20. So we give him 25 for 5 because they got $10 each time. Now this player, the first time, go to 75, bring back the horn high 12, collect the rest. Second time, get paid 105, bring back their horn high 12, go to 1 1/4, collect the rest. The 9 is now complete. Moving on to the 10. The 10 is going to roll once. One time on the 10. Actually, as I'm looking at this, yeah, I kind of reversed the 4 and the 10. The 4 should have only rolled one time, and I rolled it twice. So the 10 will only roll once this time instead of twice, because they both would be even at this point, or roughly even. So $10. Throw in 7. Go to 100. bring back their horn high 12. 10 is complete. Now we move on to the 11. This player gets paid $10, 25 for 15. And they are done because the 11 is only going to roll once in this scenario. The other player is going to get paid $11 for their horn high 12. Speaking of the 12, we move on to the 12, and the 12 will roll one time. Which means this player is going to get paid $30. There we go. This player has a horn high 12, so they're going to get paid $57. And done. So now let's take a look. After 45 rolls, without a 7, which is, again, a truly, truly, truly exceptional roll. Let's take a look at how these players are looking. Classic Iron Cross, the same bets everything, is sitting on purple chip finally. They're sitting on $521. So $521. Just writing this stuff down for future reference of my own. $521 with 61 in action. That means that this player has $582 total. If they took everything down, went to the cage, cashed out so they could go spend their money on their wives or husbands, because you always spend your money on your husbands. I believe I've mentioned this in the past. They have $582. So what about the other player, the one that expanded out the Iron Cross and then went to a mid-press scenario? Well, they have in front of them, in their bankroll, on their rail, $1,313. They have $1,313. But what do they have in action? Well, let's take a look. 100, 225 plus 210 gives them 435 plus 300, 735, 760, 860, $960. They have $960 still on the table. So if they were to take everything down and go to the cage so they could go spend their money on their husbands, they would have $2,273. $2,273. So now you're seeing the advantage of pressing up. So we will finish this up with the final 15 rolls to bring it to 60 rolls without a 7, which is probably an hour and a half or longer roll. At a truly, truly quick and efficient table, maybe an hour to an hour and 15 minutes, but chances are none of these bets would look like this, because this is the kind of stuff that really slows it down. So looking at these final sets of rolls, the 2 is going to roll one time, and the 12 will not roll at all, by the way, because we did the 12 last time around. So the 2 will roll one time, which means this player is going to get paid $20. So we'll give him 25 for 5. The other player is going to get paid $26 for their horn high 12. And they are done. The 3 will roll once, one additional time. So this player will make their $10. The other player will make their 11 off their horn high 12. And that is complete. Now the 4 is going to roll one more time. One more time. So this player will get their $10. While the other player is going to throw in $10. Why are they throwing in $10? Because they're throwing in $5 for the VIG, and then press it up, collect, and $5 to keep their horn high 12 up. And they are done. I made some error on my 4 to 10. I'm going to have to redo my notes, because these should, once this is finished, these should look alike. So I'm only going to hit the 10 one more time. I think I may have made that mistake in the last video or the one before that. So now we move on to the 5. So the 5 is going to hit two more times. So we know this player is going to make $22, so that we'll give them 27 for 5. And we're up to this player. This player has a couple of different directions that they can go. We're going to keep it fairly simple. They get paid $175, by the way. They're going to go to 200, bring their horn high 12 back. This is a mid press. At this point, I personally would have been going straight up to 300, but we're sticking with the mid press and not transitioning into a power press. Although most players at a certain point will either transition to a power press or just stop pressing entirely, which is just insane to me, but some players will do that. So the second time it hits, this pays $280, okay? 280, bring back their horn high 12, go to 300, collect the rest. So we move on to the 6. So the 6 is going to roll 3 more times, whereas the 8 is only going to roll 2 more times. 3 is going to roll, or 6 is going to roll 3 more times. That means this player is going to make $33, or $11 twice. 3 times. Sorry, it's 5 in the morning. $11 3 times. We'll give them 50 for 17. And they're finished. Now this player gets paid $245, so we'll give them 250 for 5. Bring back their horn high 12. They're going to collect this much, 150. They're going to go up to 300. The next time it rolls, 300 is going to pay them 350. They need to bring back their horn high 12. And sticking with a mid press, even though it's not what I would do, they're going to go up to 450. The next time it rolls, 450 pays 525. They're going to take their 525, which I'm going to have to do this with red so I can bring back the horn high 12. They're going to go up to 600. Collect the rest. Go ahead and swap this out. So we move on to the 8. The 8's going to roll 2 more times in this scenario. So again, we're going to pay 27 for 5. And go to this player. This player that gets paid $350. We already know they go to 450, collect, bring back their horn high 12. And then the next time around, they get paid their 525. They go to 600. They bring back their horn high 12. And they collect the rest. So moving on to the 9. The 9 of the scenario rolls 2 more times, which means this player makes $20. We give them 100 for 80. And they're finished. This player, I see we get their positions weirder and weirder as time goes by. This player gets paid 175. And this time around, it looks like I'm going to actually need to cut it out. So they get paid 175. They go to 200. They bring back their horn high 12. Next time around, they get paid 280. Throw in a green, so they get paid 300 and keep their horn high 12 up, and they go to 300. Now, as we said earlier, I made some kind of error somewhere, so we're only going to roll the 10 one more time. They get paid their $10. This player throws in $10, 5 for the VIG, press up, and 5 for the horn high 12. All right, the 11. 11's going to roll one more time. This player makes their 10. Another player makes their 11. And the 12 will not roll at all under this scenario. So now let's take a look and see how they have performed. Pretty sure I forgot the horn high 12 as far as what is on the table for the for that player on the 45 rolls. Let me fix that in my notes. So the player that is same betting over and over and over again has now caught this absolutely mind-boggling roll of somewhere around an hour and a half or longer, and they have $678 in their rail. $678 in their rail with $61 on the table in action. That puts them at $739 in total dollars. If they were to take their bets down, go to the cashier's cage, cash it all out, take their money home and spend it on their husbands, that's what they would have. Now the player that expands it out and then mid presses, not even power presses, just mid presses, will have in front of them, just in front of them, in their rails, $3,361. $3,361. What do they have in action? What do they have on the table? Well, 200, 500, plus 1,200 right here puts them at 1,700, plus another 500 puts them at 2,200, plus that $5, $2,205. So were they to take all their bets down, take it to the cashier's cage, call it a night, go spend their money on their husbands, they would have $5,566. $5,566 versus $739. But again, this is the truly exceptional, almost unheard of roll. So I hope you guys have found this interesting, illuminating, enlightening, or at the very least, just plain fun. Thank you everybody for watching. For our patrons out there, keep an eye out for the live rolls with these two strategies, and we will catch you guys next time. Bye now. Thank you everybody for watching today's video, and as promised, a little bit more detail on things that we are working on. So again, we want to continue trying to expand the channel. We're really hoping to be able to add roulette as soon as possible, and then some video keno, video slots, stuff along those lines. Unfortunately, it ate up almost all of our cash, paying off all of our bills during the month of January while we were down. And now that the holidays have ended, YouTube's payouts have dropped significantly. So we're kind of treading water here as far as all that goes. Do have a lot of things we want to add, though. Not just those things, those additional games, and hopefully some carnival games and such like that. But the live streams. The biggest problem right now with the live streams is with 3 jobs combined between the two of us, 4 if I include the 20 to 30 hours a week I'm putting into the YouTube channel. It's very, very difficult for me to have a day and time that I can commit to doing the live stream every single week, because we also have our very young child to take care of. But I'm trying to figure that out. I'm thinking it's probably going to end up being on Monday nights or Tuesday afternoons, or possibly both. I intend to do at least one live stream exclusively for our patrons, and then another one on the YouTube channel. So possibly both days. We also have a few other things that we really want to attempt to move forward on. I'm just running into either time or skill set issues. I do want to eventually have a website going for us. I did used to program websites over a decade ago. A lot of things have changed, and I just don't have that time. And not a whole lot of knowledge on the current state of building websites, hosting what sites can host, and how to build up the e-commerce stuff. So if anybody has any skill sets along those lines and would like to answer some questions or just help us out, shoot us an email, sincitylivinglv@gmail.com. Also, I really hope to be able to start adding some exclusive stuff from Sin City Living, logoed shirts, hats. I'm looking to get custom dice made, even custom layouts made, although those would be pretty expensive. But I know zero about e-commerce and drop shipping and anything along those lines. So if you have any skill or knowledge in that area, please email me. I would love to ask you some questions and see if you can answer a few to help me figure out how to get that going. Same thing with designing our logos. I had some logos designed, very, very small logos, unfortunately, not big enough to blow up to put on T-shirts and stuff like that. And again, I know I know nothing about logo design, graphic design, any kind of websites that could do it. I literally know nothing. So if you have any skill or knowledge in that area also, please email me, and you're willing to answer some questions, please email me and let me know. I'll admit I don't even know where to start as far as asking some questions, but I'm sure I'll ask a few, and that'll trigger a few more, so on and so forth. So yeah, there's that, and of course we do hope to continue to improve our AV setup, but I am an AV moron, so also right there, if you have any skill sets or knowledge in that area, please email me, and are willing to answer some questions. Please email me and let me know. We would love to help. Otherwise, again, thank you everybody for watching, and we're very excited to continue bringing you our videos. Bye now.